So I thought it would be fun to do some online replays for Mortal Kombat 1. We just started the Season of Storms with the release of Ermac, but before I look at him, I want to catch up on some replays for Li Mei, because I've been playing her since day one, and really haven't left. Looked at all the cameos, really did pair Scorpion with her. He can give her a mix-up off the overhead, he can convert a lot of hits with his up cameo off down back 3 Z line, the anti-air off any combos and change reaction, off for 4-3 overhead. So Scorpion really did seem, unfortunately, like the best fit. Experimented more with Goro and experimented with Sonya, and I've been using Frost and Serena since day one. But not necessarily needing a ambush cameo to cover her, I kind of just wanted more conversion off a lot of the normals I was using and a lot of hits that I was using. So, we're in the Season of Storms. Ermac just came out. I looked at the patch notes for all of, like, Reptile and Rain and Scorpion. Their new moves are pretty cool. And I haven't looked at Ermac yet. I've been seeing the changes coming out and following some of the tournaments. There haven't really been a lot of offline events. We had Frosty Faustings was the last major I remember watching, in Max Mode. And then this weekend, tons. April's going to be big. Roundhouse Tag, Mid-South Outlaws. That was a great one-day event. And then coming up, we're going to have Texas Showdown, Level Up Expo, and then, of course, EVO Japan. So, tying that all into the current state of Mortal Kombat, I've been watching and I've been following, and I've been dipping in and playing. You know, I have my opinion. I think as a product, it's still nice. I think that I still appreciate the purchase and have respect for it. I still would review it the same as I did. But the metagame, as they like to say, is clearly being tilted towards an online experience. It's being tilted toward less footsies and less poking, which people don't want in the modern era, and more pressure combo mix-up, focusing on offense, safe mix-ups, safe overheads, safe lows that start combos. It was funny in that Ermac Combat Cast when Tyler Lansdowne was like, Ermac's not really a mix-up character. And then he shows he's got a string into a low, he's got an overhead, they both special cancel into a variety of different combo starting specials. And I'm willing to bet money now, before I've looked at it, that one or two of them are safe. So it's funny that he thinks it's not a mix-up character when it's like low overhead into combo made safe. That's all you need. Even like I switched to Sub-Zero just for variety and for fun, and pretty quickly realized like back 2 or back 3 into Serena is I mean, if they don't just mash jab and interrupt you to start, it's good enough, right? So anyway, wrapping it up, I'm still happy with Mortal Kombat 1 as a product. I think that I like MK9 more, and it's interesting now after 8 years. The response has been everybody caught on to input lag. Everybody caught on to the emphasis around ranked mode and social media versus in-person tournaments and offline. And then now the idea that maybe if gamers are playing fighting games only online, only through ranked, not in person, not against their friends, not against people in real life, there might be an emphasis on winning more rather than learning, and the design might have to shift. What works online? What works over netcode? Well, offense, pressure combo mix-up. But it's like, I need leeway to hit the combo, so give me strings. I need safety, so I'm take a risk, so make the mix-up or the combo starter safe. Let me get in. So I've been saying all this since the PS4 era. I think it's nice that the games are great offline and the games are built well, so we can start looking at the design now. And you know, that's an interesting idea if you want fighting games to move forward and you want to bring them back offline, and there are all these pillars in the community who were making media in that 2008 to 2012 era, right before all the monetization started, right? Max CPM, remember? Infiltration won a car, remember that? I mean, back then it was about let's gather and let's play the game and let's study. And we were looking at all these these crazy gurus who were mastering these arcade games. Like, why are you mastering Street Fighter and Marvel and CVS2? It's because they're godlike. And it's like, oh, this guy plays KO for Virtua Fighter. Like, they were these very difficult games that were very rewarding. So now maybe an online player base. I don't know. The competitors definitely don't want a cheap victory because they reward a lot of ranked wins. They reward tournament victories. Like, you see the cream of the crop rising to the top. So, in 2010-11, that era, it was all about don't just stay home and play on console and play it online. Come offline and come to a tournament and show us your skill. And the great thing about that era was all these online players came to tournaments and did very well. And it really showed that the players were good and the games were good. And because of that, the matches and the tournaments were good. So I have a lot of optimism for the games, though I've not been very involved in the tournament competition or streaming. I've definitely been following the games, and we'll see how things shape out through the spring into the summer for Evo. So with that being said, let's get right into it. I want to watch a couple replays, and it'll be like a commentary reel of sorts, because I've noticed I've been following Street Fighter, Tekken, and MK, and naturally I have comments, because I'm also playing and I'm watching to learn, not just for the entertainment. It's been a big help looking at the full cast and learning the frame data and their moves, so I know what happens. You know, the hit levels, you know, the safety and all that stuff. So let's take a look at Li Mei. I've seen how some people have used her in tournament. I'm curious what the online assassins use. And yeah, with that being said, let's get right into it. So I have a couple pulled up here first. Genner, I believe I've heard of, because I recognize that name. So maybe he's got if he's got some cool Cassie Cage. Let's see if I can pull this up and load this. Watch. Let's see how it works, and we'll adjust the camera as needed. I figure in the down center. Look, Janet Cage. So this will give me some experience with Janet Cage. Already likes the duck. Likes the duck on the ninjas. Easy conversion off Z-line. Tries for it. Not afraid to block the stand jabs, and I've noticed a lot of players just do the single stand jab and tag them for the plus frames. Also, Tremor, another Kameo I've had to look at. I finally got that Kombat pack. You know, it's $20 right now if you haven't yet. Now's a great time. Okay, close. Nova Blasts, I'm not sure. I like the double back 2-1 for pressure. Even though the trouble with Li Mei is she has so many moves that are not really advantaged. They're -3, they're -6, and you would think that she'd be able to set up a little bit more. She's more about keeping herself safe than pressuring the opponent, I've found. We'll get more into that. More into what I know. Top secret nerfs about it that I know. I like that NetherRealm. I found that her enhanced Nova Blast didn't combo full screen, and I submitted a bug for it, and they fixed it. So I think it is nice that whether they caught it from me or not. I like the 2-1 stop. See, look, 2-1, look, 2-1-4, and it can get jabbed. You can get a 10-frame punish. I got a sore throat and I'm screaming. It's infuriating. Now let's go back here. Can we pause this and let's go back? I don't have the controls. I don't have the controls. Let's see the shoulders. Oh no. Maybe? Skip frame? Only forward? I can't rewind? NetherRealm, I can't rewind. Alright. I wanted to see how she got caught by the fatal blow, because Raico's is a throw. Raico's is a throw. There are ways out, but then he can vary it and grab you. So it's not as simple as just jump. It's a mid, you can't duck it, you have to either jump, and then he angles it up. So if you're lucky, and you're far enough away, you can dash backward, but it's still so risky. I tried doing things with Li Mei, like doing forward 3 and getting airborne, but it doesn't really work. It is a true guess as far as I know. You have to guess whether he thinks he'll catch you on the ground, or whether he thinks that he's gambling, he knows you're going to jump, and he's going to aim up. I guess if he tries to set it up for, you know, I don't know. If he tries to set it up for a punishment, using the armor to grab you or to punish something. And I've even tested Raiko ticking like down 1, down 3 or 4 or something. He only has 2 normals that you can use as like a block string into his fatal blow to even make contact. And it still isn't guaranteed. You still have to stand there. But anyway, that became a Raiko replay rather than a Li Mei replay. Can I watch this again? I don't even know what the menus are. Let's take a guess. Continue. Let's take a guess. Let me do this here. Let me do this here. We'll turn it off, and then I can see what. Restart replay. Yeah, let's do that again, and I'll career stats main menu. All right, let's do that again. I like that. I like that. Turn back on. Let's do it here. Restart replay. Very nice, very nice. Genner wins. So again, I like the blow up. Tries to convert. Nothing doing. I like setting up the lantern after the Nova Blast. Hold them in place with the blast and then put it in the air. She ran it for the first time. Nice whiff into the command throw. So Raiko's using Tremor to pick them up. Good block. But jump over. Everybody's converting. Nobody even bothers with up block anymore. They just convert with a stand jab. Now, I don't like that close projectile. That's not a good strat in MK. Double forward 4. I was even thinking, I was playing Li Mei with Kano and thinking like, oh, maybe forward 4-4 and then back Kano. Maybe in the corner it can grab him, but even those knives, you wind up just knocking them away with the knives. I kind of am awkward with ambush assists, and I'm so used to just back Serena, it's like too easy. You know, auto aim. Okay. Back 3, but gets it. And I like that Raiko's just sniping with 1 back 3. Back 3-4, whatever that extension is, can be ducked. And even in the new patch, NetherRealm says they adjusted some of that stuff. I'll tell you about that after. So I like, he tries again. I think that jump 2 is better than jump 1 because even though it starts a frame slower, it's got a bigger hitbox. And, yeah, and 2, I've tried that also. 2-1 is pressure off knockdown, even back 3, even stand 4-3. Li Mei is really lacking. I'm saying this as a Li Mei, as a Li main! As a Li main! She was my day 1! And 6 months in, they just fixed one glitch! Maybe I'll do a video on my proposed changes. That doesn't matter. Because they're not going to change anything. Oh well. Good duck again. You kind of got to watch for that flash for him to see if it's the mid projectile or not. And I've been doing better, like looking at the bar and the Kameo to see how I like to convert first. Like you start the string and you kind of go like, all right, normally I like to convert the Kameo first because it'll refill and you can build bar over the course of the combo. And I thought, all right, you can kind of flash your eyes into the corner and look and see if you're locked and loaded or not. I don't like to jump in. You know, it's like an old habit that dies hard, jump in pressure, but because of up blocking. Man, she ducked a throw. What's she gonna try? Triple? Okay. 340. I mean, 340 off just 1 Kameo, no bar, is that true? Alright, I like that. I like that. Normal speed, we may. And then what do we go here? We do, I gotta look again. Hang on. I gotta look again what it says. Career stats main menu. Alright, career stats main menu. Alright. Turn on camera down here. I'm back here. All right, so then I'll show you how I got to that. Go to online, I think. Oh, don't kick me out. Oh no, don't kick me out. Online, and then I went to view leaderboards. And then I gotta learn this again. And then I went to Season of Huntress, just to pull them. And then I went to rank Elder God, and then I had to look for a Lee May, and then I had to try downloading, and then it froze, and then I had to try quitting, and then I had to try quitting. Maybe I should go back to combat card then rather than continue. Let's find him again. Lee May. And then I look, and then we go, I think, sorry, my man. I don't mean to pry or invade, but I'm just saying. All right, Lee May versus Rego. So let's get some other characters. Katana. And we'll do no judgment, no win or loss. If you saw my combat card, you'd throw up. So let's see. Watch. All right, please wait. What do you think? Down in the middle? We can kind of see everything. So he's on left with Sonya. What's he gonna do? Sonya's tough because she can't convert. Well, she can convert. Let's see. When I'm playing Lee May, I need a conversion off 1-2 because it's her fastest punish. And I think that Sonya, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think leg grab goes from 1-2. And it doesn't go from 2-1 either. It just goes from standing 2, standing 4, 3-1, and back 2. So it's kind of tougher. It's kind of tougher to make it worthwhile. I think that's critical what Lee May needs. You can jab through there, dude. Back 2. Back 2's perfect there. Katana does that. What's that? Down back 3. Nice conversion. I love it. And into chain reaction. You can do 1-2-4 Nova Blast, down 1 chain reaction into Scorpion if you really needed to. And I found out that 2-1-4 into down Scorpion works in the corner also. That's crazy. So if you're pressuring with 2-1-4 and they miss the punish or they miss the interrupt or they let off and the 4 hits them, yeah, call Scorpion, but in the corner. It'll convert into Lantern also. So put the Lantern up. So this is a zone battle. Put the Lantern up to get some coverage and also stops Katana's square wave. Man, but Katana and Melina don't have a lot of... They don't have any strings, basically, that are worth trying to armor through. So you really just have to hold that. Good break. Puts her back in the corner. Wasn't even expecting it. I wonder if you break a side switch throw, do you throw them and switch them? I guess that doesn't work because then you'd switch yourself anyway. Why would you want to do that? Put Serena down to drain the meter. Unless you're going to stop them from breaking, I don't know why you'd really worry about it. And it's like, that Serena assist, as long as it's down, does not recover fast. This is getting crazy. This is like a shoot 'em up or something. All right, 1-2 in a throw, typical. A good strat. Luckily, they can't use crouching moves to get out of throws. If the throw starts faster, it'll grab them because the hitbox is high enough. Thank God. There's a lot of things that NetherRealm did correct in the way they designed this, in terms of the rule set, which I can appreciate. It's not as walk back and forth the way that maybe MK9 was, but at least it's still... It's still... It has the strategic decision making. I want a little performance, you know. That's why I like Lee May. I like hitting her combos. I think a lot of people feel that way, and that's why they like combo-focused, offense-focused moves. But I was always a footsie guy, not a pressure mix-up guy. So when you tell me this game is just going to be about poke, 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 I'm like, that sounds like it should be my favorite game. Look, see? But down 1's punishable. Good punish, see? It's down 1 is an interrupt, it's not pressure. You should be doing down 3s. At least it's a low. Or down or back 4s, they're safe, they're often neutral. You know, between 8 to 11 frames you can get a lot done. Why are you jumping? A lot of people try and use jump to move forward and say, and then if they do something, I'll attack. But you're in the air, they'll anti-air you, dude. Oh, what the hell was that? I didn't even see the forward 4. I just saw the with 3. That's a shame. And like I'm saying, I'm not casting any aspersions on the players, right? I'm just observing the character moves and seeing the way that they're interacting, being like, man, I know what the players are going for. I know what they're thinking. Their thought process, right? And then, I mean, this game is like a total scramble. It's crazy. You're playing against Shang Tsung and Quan Chi. He's doing double rune traps on you. And you're like, man, I'm going to put you in the Chamber of Souls. All right, let's look at some more replays. So we saw Katana. That was pretty cool. Another Katana? Yeah, this one on a win. I'm down. Hey, this is fun. I should do commentary.
Round 1.
Yeah, skip that. Cover your mouth. We don't want to hear it. Nice up block into a big punish. He's still using Sonya. So he just wants 1 bar for 350. I think that Genner conserves his resources and doesn't like spending a lot. I can respect that. You know? He's thrifty. Really making her duck under that blast. Has time to block. Get down there. And with the Sonya, zoning. Alright, very patient. I'd be just smashing all these buttons. No Sonya conversion off that, though? He really doesn't want them. You don't have to respect some of these cameos that come in, though. Like Sonya rings and Scorpion overhead. Whether they know it or not, they can press a button and interrupt them and just knock them away. So, he tried to interrupt but didn't have something fast enough.
Round 2.
As soon as you see her leg lift, 2-1-4 from Lee May. As soon as you see her leg lift, it's over. Same at back 3-4. You could do it later rather than earlier and interrupt. It's such a shame. I think I'm going to have to make a video about my proposed Lee May changes. I might need to do that. That's a big plus. But that wasn't, holy shit! Why even go for that extension? That's so, it's like minus 16, full punishable. There's so many things in this game where never mind ducking or up blocking, you just block and punish. Maybe he tried something with Jax. Maybe that was a Jax setup, but because Lee May got a punish, Jax got knocked away. Like, it had to be, right? Had to be. And so then there we see Lee May just gets aggressive. I think I need to watch that again. I didn't even really catch what happened. We'll do the next one. We'll do the full set. Go to the bottom. And then, versus Katana. Yeah, I want to see. It's getting nuts. You know what's also so funny? I didn't even play Combat League until they switched it to 3 out of 5, and they switched it to 2 out of 3, and I was like, hey, I think that 3 out of 5 would have been better, because by the time you find a good opponent with a decent connection, it's like, I'll take the loss, but just give me one more worthwhile game. That's a very strange. Jump kick into Z-Lion. Maybe, and he's playing Janet. Maybe he thinks he was still with Sonya. I do that all the time. I switch cameos and then I forget what combo I'm supposed to be doing and who I'm calling. Hello? Wrong number. Sonya! Who's Sonya? She's going through your phone? It's my coworker, I swear! Anyway. So we got a big sweep. Like, and I'll tell you another thing about Lee May. That was an interesting sequence. Back 3 and the back 2, using the advantage to make the mid hit only about 10. See, they're still gonna jab you. Now hang on. Okay. It's unraveling here, right? The thought process is unraveling. So the first thing I'm going to say, and this is true for Lee May and Katana, both of them have multi-hit strings that move them very far horizontally forward. And you would think, I'm going to use the momentum of the string and the activity of the hitbox to sort of get in and pressure, right? But what winds up happening is you just wind up whiffing. And then the opponent will stick a move in between the very minute active frames of both of these attacks in a string, and they're going to interrupt you and you're going to get beaten. Or like, even with Katana, or these characters like Nitara, they have an attack at the end of a string that naturally pops them up and quasi-launches them. And you start doing that string, and the other guy like jumps. And you basically anti-air them with the string, and they fall out of the combo. I see this a lot in MK, and maybe with Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or some of the Guilty Gear games, those games have Magic Series strings that like have this gravity that pull the opponent in. And at least in this game, it does definitely has like a juggle system that pops them up. But, you know, your character's own momentum kind of takes them out of the way of the combo. When you start comboing on the ground, it's perfect. When you and that's I think why they introduced air strings in this game, which I think are another hype addition in this game. But anyway, getting back to that sequence, Lee May did back 3, it's 18 frames plus 3, and then she did back 2, it's a mid, 13 frames minus 3, but still safe. Very great move. A mid will hit them ducking. You can't confirm it, blah blah blah. But it's like, let's think about this sequence. Back 3-4, which is the typical string, ends in a low, can be punched through. And back 3, back 2 would still just be 10 frames. So they could still punch through it. So do you understand how even when you're trying to set up strategies with her, it's like you're trying so hard to sound like some Nobel laureate genius writing these strategies, and someone, whether they know it or not, could just be pressing a fast button and beat you. And it's the same with Scorpion Assist. That's why the real trap for Lee May is back 3, down 3. Because anybody that doesn't have, and now that Johnny doesn't have a 7-frame jab, it's 8 like everybody else, and you're crouching, that's the perfect trap. Back 3, down 3, checks them to see if they're going to interrupt you, and back 3, back 4 will trade with the punch and knock them down. So, with Lee May, back 3, down 3 will interrupt, but then you're at minus if they do block, and back 3, back 4 will trade with a crouch jab and knock them down. And then you can truly set up. And then back 3-4, which is the low, and back 3 Scorpion Assist, which is the overhead, is the real mix-up you're trying to get off. Because you can convert both into enhanced Nova Blast. Nice, and then there you go. So back 3 plus 3 into a throw. What are they going to do in 8 frames? And if you're at frame advantage and they try and do a crouch move underneath a throw, but your throw becomes active while their crouching normal is starting, they're going to get grabbed. That is a good game design. Because otherwise people would just be doing crouching lows or crouching mids all day long, and throws would never hit, even when you should have time to make contact. So NetherRealm did a lot of things correct with the rules of this game. I think that's the one. I think that's the one that you can retaliate against. Because I said, when you see her toss that fan in the air, you need to be blowing her. Blowing her up. Whatever. Okay. And Lee May's down 3 is minus 8, not minus 9. So most people can, if they're even in, most people are not even in range to get any type of a down 1 punish on her. Brutality. I saw that Lee May has, she's got the brutality off the Nova Blast. I like that. Back forward 1, hold 2. So then we go back this way. I'm liking again her style. He knows what he's doing. Not many replays off this. So a different katana. What do you think? Mystery match? I don't even know what the character is. He's got Liu Kang. Here, okay, let's roll the dice. They've got Liu Kang on the card, but I bet it's not Liu Kang. Let's watch. You roll them. Do a little gambling. I bet it's Liu Kang. Nope, smoke. With Chameleon. Everybody's playing DLC cameos. So then what do these DLC cameos add? Oh, even he didn't expect it. Damn. What do these DLC cameos add that, you know, everybody needed for their point character? Because like I said with Lee May, what I found was, so there's a couple things. Converting moves into combos and extending combos to get damage. Okay, that's one. And then using ambush cameos for pressure and to cover an unsafe mix-up, that's 2. But for me, I said I'm using a lot of her normals, like I didn't like her down 2 uppercut as an anti-air. So I do down back 3, that anti-air kick. And then forward 3 is an overhead that goes over lows. That's what I was doing over Kung Lao low hat. And I was like, this is a safe overhead that low crushes. It's fucking low and vulnerable. And so let's convert off that. So I started looking at Sonya and Goro and Scorpion, of course. But in the meantime, Smoke. Dash backward, he got it. Into chain reaction, into Kameo, blasted. A lot of resources, but it's worth it. Over 400. Gets the check. I like the 1-2-1-2. Just keep him in place. Trade off back 2. Nice mid. Good block. Switch sides? No. Just wants to finish it. All right. All right. Not shaken by the enhanced smoke bomb. Moves backward. Wants to create space. Wants to be at full screen. Man, but see those long startup moves? It doesn't matter if they have range. If a move's got long startup, you extend your own hitbox and they just interrupt you. Street Fighter 6 is the same way. 4-frame jabs all day. Nice back escape. He's back escaping a lot. I guess people want to throw that way. I mean, I'm not really scared of taking a throw. I'm more scared of getting counter hit, you know. Nice extension. Blasted. So he'll do chain reaction Kameo, stand 1. Maybe that's a good strategy to not get to not do an empty normal hit. So let's talk about this. In a combo, using what is ordinarily not a combo starting normal, like a stand 1 or a down 1, to use a normal, make contact, and then queue up a buffer window for a special attack, right? I'll do a standing normal canceled into a special. And because they're already airborne in a combo, it'll work. So I like that idea of, rather than trying to say, I'm going to tap out a string and then try and get my special cancel, or rather than saying, I'm just going to do a special cancel raw, I like that idea of, he goes into chain reaction, Janet Cage, and then he does stand 1 double lantern. I might incorporate that. You can whiff air normal attacks into a special. So you could do like jump kick, cartwheel kick, jump kick, Nova Blast if you need to. I wonder if you can whiff. Man, whiffing a normal attack on the ground, like just do stand 1 lantern, might be a way to get it off without getting like an accidental jump or something. But that's interesting. Let's see who else we got. Let's go back to the combat card. Let's find another player. We'll go back. Okay, so we're going to go back in here for online. Nothing doing. We'll go online. And then we'll go to leaderboards. I just unlocked that that title card or whatever. While it's loading, what do we want to do? Combat League. Where are my options? It's frozen. It's frozen. The game's frozen. Well, anyway, while we deal with that, I did play Invasions last night, and I did that first Mesa, whatever it's called. And I think I did it's frozen. It's fucking frozen. Let's see this here. Let's see here. Turn the page. It's frozen. So I did do the Mesa, and I did do all of the tiles, and I went to, who's the final boss? I think it was Kung Lao, Razor Kung Lao, or whatever. And I think it's interesting that they allowed you to cross all the paths of the whatever it's called, the tiles on the floor, and so they don't get stuck. But I want to clear them all just to get coins. Maybe we can roll some coins and spend some currency. So did they delete this or what? It's fucking up. Let's see here. It got messed up because the rank got reset, so I wonder if all the old replays got purged. Well, why even save it? View leaderboards, right? How'd I do this before? Season. Jesus Christ. Alright, you know, these games undergo wear and tear, and they get worn down over time. So you gotta take them to the shop so they can be serviced. It's not a big deal. You're getting your money's worth. Let's still look. I want Lee May. I want Lee May. Did you see one? Lee May. That's him. Is he playing right now? Did he change? Look, I'm looking at that guy, I think. Like I said, I'm not passing any judgment. You want to see my comeback? No, you don't. I think I played 13 matches, and when I went up against the 90 ping smoke, I think I locked my first quitality. Let's look for a god rank. So not many Lee Mays. I wonder if that's going to be the summary of this novel. Not that many Lee Mays high up on the list. So Lennox. I think I've seen this dude too. View combat card. And then let's go to the replays. You know the meaning of drama, you never had it. Was made with a different version and cannot be viewed. What the fuck? Alright. We're unlocking all the glitches in this podcast. Kenshi with the blue bar. Alright, again Lee May going back. So I choose to go in, they start stepping backward and not pressing any buttons. Afraid of the projectile wars. It's interesting that we've been seeing Lee May fighting other projectile characters like Kenshi and Katana. Overhead, nice. That's the combo. That's the and the double off the corner. He knows that's the combo. Now a lot of resources for only 430, but you got to take it. You got to show them. You got to put the fear of God in them. The Elder God, Lee May, Lennox. Nice block, flawless. You can okay. So Kenshi basically only has one string that can be armored, and it's like forward 2, 2, back 2 when he drops that sword on you. But there are still a lot of Kenshi players that like to do the other variation, and you can armor it, and you can start flawless blocking him, make him -11, make him -20. That palm blast, that's -11, that's punishable. He likes to do the big upward sweep in the palm blast, -11. He likes to do 4-2-2, the full string. You flawless block that, -20. Get him, Lee May. Alright, back into the corner. Whiffs it. Don't be afraid. Just hold it. It's fine. We're not afraid yet. He doesn't go for the low yet. I think the low is the scariest one for me, but that back two overheads. Nice duck! Everybody ducks. Doesn't, and no hair trigger on the enhanced chain reaction. It's not even worth. NetherRealm, you gotta fix this. You gotta fix this. That was a mid-minute width. How's that out of place? NetherRealm. Good overhead. And now he's in the other stance. Sento's gone, but he's got the new move. That was a bad jump. I'm sorry, but it was. So we're going to analyze a couple things here. The first thing I'm going to say is, and listen, when I'm critiquing you, I'm critiquing me, okay? The mirror poses both ways. So a lot of the times you think I'm in a spot where I'm going to be such a clever genius and make a read. And I'm going to jump. They're going to do something and I'm going to jump them. You just stay on the ground. You don't need to make a read. You're volunteering yourself to make a read. And it's really, you're not supposed to guess what they do. You're supposed to notice things they do. Like, you know what? End of the Combat Cast, that developer match. What is it called? With Ermac and Reptile. That Reptile player was never blocking Ermac's lows. And that Reptile player kept doing like forward 3 and back 4. And even though they're like long range moves, they have such high startup, you just kept getting erupted. So those are things that I noticed the opponent was doing or not doing that are wrong. And so those types of observations, like, they always they always go for the throw after they do 2-1-4. Or, you know, they always. I notice what they're doing. It's not that I'm going to guess what they're going to do. And then what else did I say? Back 3. We'll go over it.
Final round. Fight.
Final round. Don't get antsy. These Limeis are very patient. Maybe that's why I'm not doing so well. Again, another jump. Great conversion with an anti-air, though. Doesn't want to throw projectiles when Kenshi's got that armor on. Good stand still. Punish! You could do something. Maybe he's worried now that he's got Kenshi. I mean, big combos off Scorpion. Got the overhead. Overhead! Scorpion overhead! Do it! That's the full one. Look, he did a whip. He wants the setup. He wants the setup. He didn't want to combo into the second lantern. He wanted to set it up. And try and start a second combo. That's exactly what I said happens. You dial in the string and it hits, but it doesn't juggle them properly, and then you get punished. You made the correct decision. You hit them, and it's impossible to convert. I wonder if it would be better if you could special cancel a string early. Like, I dial in 1, 2, 4, but then I dial 1, 2, 4, and I mean, yeah, and then down back 3, and the 1, 2 hits and it special cancels. I wonder. But then you gotta know and look. So much of this, and especially online, you're trying to anticipate ahead of time. I want to watch this again. How do I unpause? We're gonna speed this up. I want to watch that again. Finisher. Now we'll watch another one. But that happens. That happens. Where unfortunately you tag them and they get, he jumped in the corner, you're pressuring them, they get juggled, they fall to the ground. Okazumi. Okazami. Okazami, whatever. What else happened there? Limei back 3. Let me explain again. Let's say you're lucky enough to make contact with an 18 frame move. That's a mid. That's now +3. You got a few options. The string naturally converts into back 3-4. It's a +7 low. That can start a combo, but you can't hit confirm it. You gotta really, you can hit confirm back 3-4, but you're not gonna hit confirm back 3-4. You see what I'm saying? So they decided, well, if you could choose between being +3 or +7, you'll always go for the +7. So we'll put a gap in between there so you can jab through it. Well, guess what? There's never been a replay we've watched today where the opponent failed to jab through back 3. And even still, it's like, I'll do, and then it's like, well, I'll do back 3 and I'm at +3, but I can't do anything, and they'll interrupt the string, so I know I'll make a clever read. Yet again, we'll make a read, such a genius, such high-level strategy. I'll give up my +3 frames of advantage, and then I'll crouch block, and then when they try and jab me, I'll block their jab, and then they'll be at -8, and then I'll get a down 1. It's like, dude, here's a proposed change. Back 3-4 has an armor gap, but it's -7, and it's still a low. And this way, it's all but punishable by a couple of the cast. It's a valid string. I mean, it's just a fucking knockdown low. It's a big deal. You can't hit confirm it off just the 4 extension. You can pretty much only convert it off Nova Blast in the corner, and you got to jump backward. There's so much nuance with this character, and she's still, I mean, I like her. I don't know if I can quit you, but let's watch the replay. I don't know if it's worth going over proposed changes because it's not going to affect change. You know what I mean? Like,
Round 1. Fight.
I just like it. What do you want me to tell you, dude? You know, it's in my blood. Mortal Kombat. What do you want from me? Wow, ballsy! Enhanced chain reaction from heavy minus to blow up the counter poke? That's ballsy, dude. Desarted. Again, a nice duck off the one jab of Goro. So we're dealing with Kung Lao Goro. Alright, and Limei's life bar is on the right. Remember that. Nice break. I like the Scorpion costume, too. A lot of players using basically Limei default here. What is this combo? Interesting one. Off Scorpion, I like 4-3 Enhanced Nova Blast, but I have my routes that are familiar and typical for me. No coming down on him with dot kick with a jab? Alright, fuck Goro. He's high, man.
Round 2.
You're gonna get up.
Fight.
Here's another proposed change. Meter burn uppercut should be 1 bar. And why does it only work off a punish hit? Yep, that's the combo. Boom. Double. I think they just want to set up. But what are you setting up? What are you setting up? You should set up 2-1-4 pressure if you're going to do a double lantern and not try and use it in the combo. There's the instance where you can do a double lantern in a combo. And then there's the instance where you could just set up a second lantern and start pressuring again. Let them wake up. Because more than likely, and here's where a clever opponent would do, they wouldn't be holding, you can hold block and hold flip stance and do a delayed get up into block. You could do that. So when you're being comboed, either hold block and hold forward if you want to break, or hold block and hold flip stance and do a delayed get up. She does that double lantern setup, hits you with the first, puts up the second, ends the combo early. You're thinking she dropped it. She didn't drop it, it was a setup. So if you're like, yeah, okay, it's going to end the combo, I'm going to screw up their Okazemi by delaying my get up. Delay get up is very underused. Flawless block to avoid chip at the end of opponent's life is rarely used, and delay get up is rarely used. Everybody just wants to wake up with an armored special and a safe Kameo. Nice overhead, great convert. He's aware. Into the fatal blow. Now what's the deal with this mashing? That's been in the game since day one. It's some legacy from MK11. They still don't explain it. And when I heard them talking at NDC about, oh, they're mashing to get the damage, I went and tested it, and it's like, sure enough, Kameo, like the Kameo you have paired with your point character changes the damage values, but let's just say you stick to the same team and do fatal blows. I tried mashing 1, I tried mashing 2, 3, and 4. It made a difference, and I said, I bet you're supposed to time button presses with the corresponding attacks in the animation, and I bet you're supposed to time the corresponding punches or kicks in the cinematic if they do a punch or a kick. And lo and behold, that's what it is. So I don't know what the punch is, the fist or the shield. Maybe that's supposed to be a boot. Yeah. And then you saw in the tournament option rule set, you can change fatal blow mash damage effect on or off. So yet again, they're changing the rules. Anyway, I'm going to focus on what I like about the game. Yada yada yada. Look, I'm not a developer. But that's actually not true. I am a developer, a business developer, and I am a designer, creative designer. I'm a lot of things. So the enhanced cartwheel kick won't combo into a Kameo unless they're airborne first. So you could do like jump kick into enhanced cartwheel kick. And I mean, the risk of getting up blocked is there, but players have to be on point looking for the overhead, and they have to be used to using up block. I don't think they use up block a lot. And it's one of my favorite mechanics in this game because it gives me a way to punish or retaliate against safe overheads. What would be safe overheads? I like the look, up block right there, empty jump, and empty jump throw against up block works. And you see Kung Lao using the factory sweep option to convert into Goro. He's not really worrying about the overhead cartwheel because it's just a knockdown. He's got his own overhead, the hat, which I'd be looking for right here, and it whiffs again. Is it just out of range? Well, then again, why not extend the range on her hitboxes? You know, another thing about Li Mei, stand 1-2 will whiff on hit and on block from farthest range. You guys know that? Li Mei, stand 1-2, max range will whiff on hit and on block because of the breathing hitboxes. I think that would be a great change. I mean, there are a lot of changes for her. I should just do it. I've said it how many times now? I should just do it. No offense, but got bodied. I think that this Kung Lao player just has pressure, mix-up, conversion. I mean, I think that Kung Lao is a strong and fair character. He's like a good A tier. He kind of is like the A tiers in Street Fighter 6. JP, and many other, Jury, Chun-Li, just strong all around. Not busted, not cheap. I mean, if no one's saying Kung Lao's cheap. They're like, well, okay. I mean, enhanced back 4-2, which is safe. I guess kind of cheap. But I still like him, and he walks around nice. His were the hardest combo trials, and his was the last one I did. Whew, but I got him. Ermac! Oh, man. Now, you want to do it? I don't know anything about Ermac. Is this worth doing? I don't know anything about Ermac. I don't know his moves, his list, the combos, or the frame distance. So I'm going to pass. Maybe I'll go over Ermac, because I wouldn't know what I'd be looking at. So then I guess we're already in. What season are we in if he's here? This is just a replay from his player. Gotcha. Because I pulled up his card. Gotcha. Versus Johnny. I'm down. I mean, not much has really changed with Li Mei from season to season. I have a tendency to pick characters that don't really get changed up or down at all in many fighting games. And look at how fast he got in. You're so lucky that projectile hit. You're in your mind. It's like she's a slower paced character I'm seeing, and it just doesn't work against full throttle top tiers. Johnny's another character I got no problem with. And I love that they took away his 7-frame jab. He didn't need it. His crouch jab, he didn't need that. Okay, Z-Lion breaks. I find that a lot. You spend the bar, spend the Kameo, and then they just break. She's on the right. I wonder why she didn't do Enhanced Nova Blast. She had plenty of time to convert. That's what I like about Li Mei, because you have like 2 or 3 hit strings, and you've got access to combo conversions off bar and Kameo. It's really easy to use strings to poke and pressure, and then use specials to hit convert. I like that. I like MK. I like the block button and the hit levels like Virtual Fighter. I like the asymmetric character design and the special attack, space control like Street Fighter. MK9 was like, yeah, Street Fighter meets Virtual Fighter to me. And I played Sub-Zero. But you didn't ask. Nice. What's up? What else? Into the brutal. That's a shame.
Prison would be too good for you.
Prison would be too good. I like the lightning flare on his pants. Cool. I didn't really even see what's going on. I mean, she really turned the tide after that. I think it's like she made him break, and then Johnny didn't have meter to do much. But he's one of those characters that can get an easy 300 damage off just normals. Fetching replays. Let's see some more of this Johnny set. Johnny vs. Li Mei, number 2. Johnny vs. Li Mei, number 2. So then maybe that's what the combat card does. It just saves like the last 10 matches or whatever. That's pretty cool. I saw Tekken saved all my matches against the CPU when I was trying to make that slowdown compilation. It's like, why did you save this? Okay, back, stand 1-2, nice. Another thing I can't see is the ping. I don't think it really matters, but most people just have good internet. I got a wired connection and it still ain't good. A lot of these Li Mei players with back 3. I wonder what they're looking for. Because unless you dial in back 3-4, you're not going to get it. Maybe they'll just hit confirm into Z-Lion Scorpion. Maybe that's it. I don't use back 2 enough, I know that's for sure. I think maybe she tried... Well, and another thing is the counter hit indicator really gives a lot of info, knowing like, oh, why did they get hit? Oh, they tried to do something. Okay. And then it's like, you could do something, but maybe they mistimed it. Or they tried to do something and got caught trying to do something. I get it. I like the counter and the punish indicators and get up indicators, and it tells me what controls the opponents are doing. Nice block of the low. Nice finish. Cool combo. Down Scorpion in the corner, the only adjustment. Where was the double lantern? He probably did it early and the lag made it... Oh no, heartbreaker. Block low, like that. Again, It's whiffing really close. Back 3 was always a mid. Why is it whiffing? Got hit again by that low hat. Up block. No, something. Anything, please. Enhance. I like the enhancement to finish them. That enhancement makes it safe, but you gotta be careful. They can still up block it. Or even armor through. They'll block the ordinary cartwheel kick, and then they'll armor through the extension. Wow, that was pretty interesting. That was just off a normal. That was crazy. Z-Line and Scorpion into Nova Blast on the ground. That's if you don't have a bar to do an enhanced Nova Blast. Wow, I didn't know that. But a lot of these guys convert off like they always go for like the back 3 ground combo. I rarely ever do that. I only just started doing that. And I only do it off like standing 1-2 and 3-4-1 Nova Blast. Not 2-1, not back 2. Because what I'm looking for with Lee May is I want to dial in all 4 strings, 1-2, 2-1, 3-4, etc., and back 2. And I want to freestyle and flow between starting on a Kameo or starting with a Nova Blast. And so a lot of these guys, and I didn't start playing Scorpion until very late into the game's, later into the game's life, maybe like 4 or 5 months. UFA had already happened. I think around MOG, DreamHack Atlanta. I think around DreamHack Atlanta, February at the latest, March, April. That was Frosty Faustix too. Time flies. I don't know, but it was after Christmas that I started playing stupid Scorpion, who I didn't like because of the combo trials, and I just found this up-down awkward. But I didn't. That was because in the combo trials they have you doing it when you're in the air. They don't have you doing it like. They don't have you doing it like. On the ground from a string into a special. So I said, and everybody was using it, and you know I like to be a pioneer, and do my own thing first because one of two things is going to happen. I'm going to find something. For me to retain and remember the best, I have to learn on my own. I can't just be told what to memorize and repeat it. I'm not academic. So, when I can explore something, if I discover something that's already known, fine. But sometimes you'll come up upon unique things where if I was just looking to copy everybody else and memorize everything else, you know, you might... There are things I've found in games that nobody knows about, even in fighting games. And I'll leave it at that. So did I watch this last one? No, right? It was just the 2 of them? We'll do a little soundtrack on onomatopoeia here.
It'll be round 1.
I think I like the camera in the middle. For MK, it shows the full screen. He's cheering for him already. So Johnny's got a lot of these conversions off his normal attacks, his special attacks into that hype gauge. Lee May's got the golden skin, Titan Lee May. Great block on the low, again. Maybe we did watch this one, I don't remember. Switch to the other side, that's an interesting trick. Wonder what he wanted to mess up. Just want to throw it back in there. Alright, interesting ender, but doesn't do a special. A lot of Lee May players do Nova Blast to end combos, and that can be duff, even the enhanced one. Oh no. Alright, good block on the low again. Jumps out. No pressure though, backs up. Checks him. Can you get it there? Lantern. Simple finish. Double Scorpion, double Lantern. Enhancement. A lot of meters spent. All the resources. 45, 2 bars, 2 cameos. On to round 2.
Fight.
In the Wuxi Temple. The Academy. Up block. Come on. Or Z-Line into Scorpion. You've got the resource. He's going to spend it. Breaker. Always goes for that low. What could he be doing? The other trouble with Lee May is she can't convert off of her armor chain reaction. Even in all of these... I tried with Scorpion, with Goro, Sonya, nothing. She needs help. She really does. Block it low, man. He's only going for the low. You can react to that overhead with an up block. Always block low. You know, it's online. I'm not hating. Back 3 gets interrupted. What a shame. All right, Johnny. I like it. Yeah, get the throw game out. Li Mei needs a good throw game. I would have been doing forward for Scorpion. Throw game again. Set him up. No, yeah. Yeah, you gotta watch their meter. They have the resources. They'll spend it. They'll use it.
Fight.
Maybe back up more. Maybe try zone him a little bit. Get the pressure in. Down Scorpion. Lantern. Double it up. Okay, I like that. Okay. Yeah. I wonder if that close up... Yeah, normal Nova Blast is punishable. Enhanced is safe. But you shouldn't be doing it anyway. Just don't end it. Wow, just wakes up with it. Wow. Sometimes calling Scorpion Assist is like a tell that you're going to do something like the wake up or the overhead or something. I even noticed I was using forward 3 as an overhead a lot and calling Scorpion to try and convert, and it was just never working. And felt like, oh yeah, using that as an overhead is not really as good as just doing like, well, it's a good normal because it's safe, but because it's an overhead it can be blocked. And so I thought there are so many characters where mid-screen they're going to be doing lows, whether they have low hat or whether they're like Reptile or Raiden with an advancing low that just happens to be faster than Li Mei's. Li Mei's forward 4 is 17 frames, and Raiden and Reptile is like 15, 16, or whatever. So it's like you have these long-range moves, and all characters have that. They have a forward advancing normal that just starts so slow, and the active frames in this game are like 2 frames, that's it. It gets interrupted. There's no priority. That was a problem in like Injustice 2. I'm playing Harley, and after a while it's like all I'm going to do is stand jab and crouch jab and a cartwheel. It's kind of pointless to do anything else because this works. Stand jab, crouch jab, 30%. This is dumb. So with these characters that have these long-range lows that are really bothering me, I realized, oh yeah, forget the fact that Li Mei's 4-3 is an overhead. Use it as a low crush. And that's really the key. So let's do the last replay for this dude. He's been doing very well. Timer's counting down. Scorpion and Sector. And I thought I was like, because of this outfit, I thought it was like Havoc. Now this is going to be Scorpion without the new conversion, but he still does that width in the air. Big long extension, 400. Players don't seem to mind spending bar. It's almost like you have to watch your Kameo because you don't know whether they've regenerated. And bar you can think about earning, but Kameo you have to wait to return. But I like the idea that they incorporated both built meter and time-sensitive meter in the Kameo, so I think it's fine. Good flawless block. I don't think it changes her data at all. That's actually something I could go over, if flawless blocking changes her data at all. It's so bad anyway, like... I'm not trying to be a downer, but you have to look at some stuff objectively. She could use a couple... She could use some strengthening. Without changing any of her attacks or changing the nature of her character. Like, the nature of her as a character and the nature of the strategy that works in the game and MK1, it doesn't really matter. It is how it is, and I have my opinions. But if you want to make Li Mei work better the way you designed her, there's a couple things that I could go over. So good throw. Talking about her throw. Another! Look! Again! I'm gonna pressure with back 2-3. I understand that the string is -6, but I want the additional hit. What would I get for it? It's 2 hits. It's not special cancelable. It's even more disadvantage. But I just need a mid-string. I just need something to check them and keep them in place and tell them, don't move. Stop. Get hit. Get knocked down. I just want to lock them down with normal. And he jumps, the back 2 hits, the back 1 whiffs, and you get punished for landing a poke. So he's comboing into rockets? That's insane. I always liked Sector, and I wanted to use him. I'm an MK3 player. I play the robots, right? But the problem with Sector is Li Mei can't convert any of her hits into Rocket Punch. That's really key, man. 1-2 Kameo needs to convert. Oh no! Heartbreaker. And then when you blow a Scorpion assist and it whiffs like that, you're waiting forever. That's another thing I want to get into. What is this fast replay on the Kameo? They all should be normal return. None of this fast return. It was a glitch and it should be a bug. Squash it. Alright. What are you going to do in 90 seconds? Who's going to win? Oh, I would have gone for a throw, and instead he goes for back three. Up close. Not a good choice. What's he going to do against Scorpion? Just whipping buttons and getting... Now look at this. Scorpion, Baraka, they have longer range standing normals than Li Mei. In the same amount of time, they can just reach farther. That's such a shame. Alright, double Scorpion. No, doesn't have it. Doesn't have the bar either. Ducks the throw. Heartbreaker. He's got a lot of room to make up in terms of the life, but he has all the resources to do it. And this guy has rocket combos. He's in their zone Rocket League. Ender, full carry, damage, sets it up, tries for the enhanced. But that's not unblockable, because he's just a normal one. Li Mei with the damage. Yes! Brutal as bitch. Oh! What a way to go out. Out like a sucker. That's all it comes down to in this game. Pressure combo mix-up, roll the dice on a setup or a mix-up that's safe into a combo, 500%. Li Mei Replay Review Theater, Mortal Kombat 1. So there, I had to add in the recording. Let's go, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. That was a lot of fun. I get the idea. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to kill the stream, and then maybe, I'll try and record my thoughts on, I'll see how it goes. Suggested proposed changes for Li Mei. Maybe I'll look at that and I'll do that. We'll see how it goes. Until next time, see you at the next tournament commentary stream.